Hello and greetings everyone. Hope you are safe. Here with us we have Miss Kritika Rai. She is from B Computer from the batch of 21 BVCUW and placed in Walmart Global Tech for the position of SDE2. Welcome Kritika. Congratulations for your great achievement. We are so inspired by you and we would like to ask you some questions regarding the same. First of all, we would like to hear a quick introduction about yourself and can you please tell us how are you feeling after finally being placed?
Thank you very much for having me here. So I'll give a short introduction. So hi, this is Kritika Rai. I'm currently a final year student pursuing my BE in computer science from BBCOEW. And my interests include I like coding a lot and I am proficient in C++ as well as I have a basic understanding of Python as well. And also I have knowledge of Java. Apart from that, my projects include face detection and recognition system, which was built using the Haar Cascade algorithm. And also I built other projects which include basic knowledge of React and machine learning algorithms like the linear regression. Yeah, and my achievements include I have been a part of the Zensar ESD training program, and also I have taught on a platform named Hello Learners, where I used to teach kids of the age of 11 to 14 Python coding. Yeah, that's it. That was a brief introduction about me.
Thank you, Kritikadi. I'd ask Adya to ask the further questions.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Heidi, how did you get to know about the opportunity at Walmart Global Tech?
So basically, Walmart had this pan India hiring, which was named as Code Hers. So this was a two-round competition. So first you had to qualify the MCQs, and the second was like a coding round. So wherein you had like I guess 50% was the cutoff. So those children who qualified the cutoff were shortlisted for the interview round. So it was like a pan India hiring. So it was open for all.
Okay, thank you. The next question. What did you prioritize more, competitive programming or a tech skill like web dev, Android dev, etc.? Did you focus or just did you just focus on that or just excelled in both of them?
Talking about competitive programming, I am not into competitive programming firstly. Like if you people want, you can go into competitive programming, but it's like uh, yeah, so you can go for it, but I haven't done any kind of competitive programming. I have just focused on what is the basic necessity, and that's DSA, right? And apart from that, talking about projects, yes, projects are very, very necessary. You need to have good set of projects to showcase your skills, because at the end, everybody out there, there should be a criteria on the basis of which people can shortlist you. So projects are the first thing on the basis of which you get an opportunity to get shortlisted for interview. So yes, you should have a good range of projects.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask that data structures is something that you focused on a lot, right?
Yeah, that's the coding is all about data structures and algorithms. So everybody has to study DSA. So you have to focus on that. Apart from that, if you have got a lot of time, go ahead, practice competitive programming. That would be what I would suggest. Yeah.
Thank you. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Kritikadi. I'd like Sejal to ask the next questions, please.
Yeah. So, Heidi, congratulations firstly. I wanted to ask which courses and resources you referred for your placements, and what are the certifications did you get done for this, the whole preparation of the same?
Okay. So talking about the certifications which I did. So firstly, I like to clarify that yes, certifications like projects have a weightage. Similarly, the certifications also do matter. So like I had during the lockdown, I got a couple of certifications from Udemy. You can go ahead and try various platforms that are available out there. Anyone which suits your requirement. So yeah, you can do any skill set which you think is gonna interest you. So go ahead and do a certification in that. Apart from that, I didn't have a particular resource from wherein I prepared, nor did I have a strategy to prepare for it. Like everybody wants to know the strategy. There's no such strategy. That's it. Yeah. So what suits you the best, go ahead with that. That would be my advice. Yeah.
Great.
Next question.
Sejal?
So you mentioned that you did not do competitive coding at all. So didn't you even participate in those questions, those coding contests that we have on various sites on the internet, something like that?
No, I haven't been a very active participant of such events. I haven't participated in that as well. So I would clarify, I haven't done any competitive coding, as well as I haven't participated in these hackathons and things. Okay. Just basic DS. That's it.
But do you think they contribute to a better resume or help you in the future, as in such?
I
These
guess, look,
competitive programs.
I'll give you a perspective. When you sit in an interview, they are going to test your skills, right? Whatever you answer them is going to matter more rather than what you put on your resume. Fine. If I put that I am a competitive programmer by heart, let's say I put this on my resume, and if I'm not able to answer the questions which they ask, then it does not prove your skill set, right? So instead of mentioning all those things in the resume, which makes no sense, you better focus on the interviewing part, right? I think so. If you want to go ahead, of course you can. Right? I believe that whatever you think is right for you should be done. That's more important, rather than me suggesting you do this and do that.
Thank you, Kritika Di. I'm sure Sejal's questions were well answered. So, Komal, I'd like you to ask the next questions, please.
Could you just tell us, like, what were the companies that you were, targeting before applying for this, or what before, like, going towards the Walmart one?
Okay, so I have got offers from multiple companies, which include the very first company which I sat for was Persistent, in which I had got selected. After that, I have offers from other companies which include IBM, T-Systems. Today, I got an offer from Morgan Stanley as well. So I have, I've qualified these. But yeah, since I've committed to Walmart, so I'll be going ahead with Walmart. So these were the companies which I've cracked.
That's really great. So what did you like? How did you go about with your BE project, and what was your topic?
So my topic is actually that's my favorite project, because I've put my 110% into that. Well, it's not necessary. Like you can choose any project, but I focused on my BE project because it was a very interesting topic which interested me a lot. So it was all about face detection, face recognition and detection, along with there were two modules in the whole project. First was the face recognition and detection using the Haar cascade algorithm. And the second one was gesture recognition system, which used the convex hull algorithm. So firstly, I would like to say that, how did I get this idea? So Zensar ESD was the one which first introduced me to the modules of AI and ML. And they taught it so well that I got a basic understanding of how how actually AI and ML works. And then I decided that in final year, I'll be choosing a project from this domain. And that's how I went ahead to choose this topic of face and gesture recognition. So this is a very interesting yet complicated project, I would say, because it demanded a lot of, research being done. Yeah. So that's how. So, if you talk about whether BE project matters or not, it does, depending upon how you make it, That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Dee. Thank you, Komal. I'm sure we got very good insights about BE. Now I'd like Madhvi to ask the further questions, please.
Yeah. Hi. Hi, Kritika. So congratulations. My question is related to academics. So I would like to ask, which subject is very, very important, in the interview process, you can say, and we should not take it lightly. And also how our college help you, the faculty helped you in the same subject.
Okay. If you're talking about which particular subject you have to focus on, so it's all about, they ask you questions about related to anything. It's your interview and they know that you've put in 4 years. So this means that 4 years you've been studying various things. So they're going to test you on various domains. Like it could be anything, right? Not only just coding. So you should be prepared. I guess you should focus on everything. Even if you pay a little attention, that would be more than enough to answer the questions, right? So there's no particular semester or subject on which you should focus on the most. Just and I guess you get 6 months of time, right? Every semester, each semester. That's quite enough time to focus on those subjects and get a kind of little bit understanding of what the subject actually wants to tell you. So there's no particular semester. And talking about our faculty which are there in our college, they've really helped me because whatever they taught, I made notes of them, and that's how it helped me. So those notes were really helpful for me during the last minute revision. So yeah, so you pay attention to what they teach in the class, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. And also, obviously, you had a great journey in the last year of your academics. So, what was a difficult part in this journey overall?
Academically, I think it was nothing difficult for me. The difficult part, I would say, was my self-doubt. When, let's say I applied for Walmart. Okay. So the thing is, I knew that I could do it. Okay. But somewhere the competition thing makes you have a doubt on yourself because there were it was a pan-India hiring. About 51K girls had registered. So it creates a doubt in you that whether you'll be able to crack it or not, or the percentage or the probability of you getting into such a big company is like one out of 51K, right? So that's something which was a tough part for me, I guess. Academically, there's nothing so tough for me. Yeah. And of course, the DSA, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for answering my question.
Thank you, Madhvi, and thank you, Dee. I've been eagerly waiting to ask you these questions, so it's my turn next. So as you mentioned that in your intro and as in your project description as well, that Zensar training helped you a lot. So how do you suggest us to be following Zensar training and how it helped you personally?
Okay. So first I'll answer how did it help me personally and then how you should attend it. So, Zensar ESD program it's a great program basically. So it helped me get knowledge about soft skills. They trained us on soft skills. They trained us on AI and ML basics. They trained us on Python, Java, core and advanced both, right? So since you have so many, also you get a revision. When you focus on the Zensar ESD, you actually get a revision of all those topics which you actually did not pay attention in class, right? Because we tend to not focus a lot. So this is how it helped me. So I used to pay attention in the Zensar classes, like the Zensar trainings, and I used to just revise my concepts. And yeah, it helped me because, there were interview questions. Firstly, it helped me improve my communication skills. I could speak very fluent. I could speak very fluently. And then it also helped me with my technical skills, like the coding part or the getting my fundamentals clear. So it helped me in that. So my advice to all of you would be to give you 100% whenever you're sitting in the Zensar trainings. Firstly, get selected into that. And then once you get selected, attend as much as possible. Yeah, and also try to focus on the tests which they conduct after the successful training of each and every module, right? Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Dee. My next question is, of course, the obvious one. What are your tips for us, being your juniors? What do you suggest that we should avoid?
I'm not here to, I won't give you anything to avoid because I haven't avoided anything. You need to figure out what's perfect for you. My only simple piece of advice would be for you is to figure out everything yourself. If you come to me and ask me for a strategy or what tips I followed, it might not be the best for you, right? So I want you all to, because you people know yourself the best. So you should know how you should study, what you should give up, or everything, right? So you should decide your own plan of what you want to achieve and within what time period, because that's also necessary. And second thing is, don't care about what others say, because people will criticize you a lot. Fine. You should have the self-belief. Yes, I can do it. That's it. That's more than enough. Don't let what other people think of you create a self-doubt on your capabilities. Fine. That's it. And everything will be fine. Yeah. You'll be placed better than me, actually.
Oh, that's a blessing. That's a blessing, really. Yeah, I guess all of those questions were superbly answered. Any other questions that any of you want to ask?
Yeah. Any extra questions?
Yeah, I have this one question. Do you think that your knowledge about data structure was one of the most important things that led you to Walmart?
Look, I would say, you know what companies check now is they do not want the best coder. Fine. You do not have to be the best. You have to be an all-rounder in everything. Fine. If you do not have great communication skill, how would you explain it? Let's say you crack the coding round, okay? You crack the coding round, but in the interview, if you're not able to answer if you're not able to explain what you're thinking about that particular question which has been asked to you, you will suddenly be kicked out, right? Or you'll be, in short, you will be removed, right? You won't qualify for the others round. So they want an all-rounder, okay? You should be good, like, you should be consistent rather than getting perfect at something. Fine. So get a mixture of all the things. Your communication, your coding, everything is necessary. Like your behavior also, your attitude. They also check your attitude, right? In the HR rounds, you will see. You need everything. You need to focus on everything when you're sitting for any company, actually, not only a big company, any company. Everybody wants to work with such an employee who had all these qualities, not only just a programmer or something like that. Okay. But yeah, at the end, coding is the necessary one because, of course, we are applying for a software developer role.
Yes, correct. I'm sure
Thank you.
Anuradha, your question was answered.
Yes, totally. Thank you.
Yeah. So Kritikadi, that was wonderful. That was brief. That was to the point and exactly what we needed right now. As we're going towards our placements, I'd like to extend a very warm thank you to you for giving us your time. And I'd like to thank Madhura Mirikar, Sejal Dahake, Madhvi Gaikwad, Adya Pathak, and Komal Jha. And I am Aishwarya Mukashi. So I extend a word of thanks to everyone who contributed to Kritikadi's success. I congratulate Kritikadi for all of us. All of us are really proud and happy for you. And I'd also like to thank our college faculties for letting us get this session with thee so that we could understand everything better and have a real great clarity. Thank you.